Welcome to Holmen. Tonight it's NBC Football. Greg Hay along with Dave Wagner. Tomah coming in here, Dave. We've not won here since 2011. The Holmen Vikings haven't won yet, but it's a very deceiving 0-4 record. They played some very good competition. You got to believe Holmen thinking they can get a W tonight.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, as you said, they played some very good teams, and last week on Alaska, so they're the conference favorite, and they got those guys out of the way. Now they're looking down the schedule and seeing a lot of games that they should be in, and starting with this one tonight.
Wags with a win tonight would be the first time since 2015 we've won more than one game in the MVC. It's been a while.
Yeah, and again, we got a lot of opportunity down the road, but it'd certainly be nice to get that done tonight. And as Holmen comes in thinking they can win, I think Tomah thinking the same thing. You know, we've sown some real good things this year and some not so good, but we can put a good game together. We got a chance.
Wags, two teams that like to run the football. Could be a quick game, couldn't it?
Yeah, if everybody, keeps it out of the air. And for Tomah, obviously we got a couple pretty good weapons, and we like to take our shots. But the problem this year is, everybody knows that, and they've been playing Brookman really tough, and it's been hard to get him the football, and then you got the interceptions at a high rate, and for that reason alone, you might want to keep it out of the air.
All right, as we take our first break, Wags, we're going to flash back to the year 2000. 22 years ago, we were here. We were 1-0 in the MBC. They were 1-0 in the MBC. Take you back to the year 2000. And what you're going to see next is the opening kickoff on this field where Nate Payne takes it back for a school record 98 yards. Do you remember that?
No, I absolutely do. And remember when that happened, thinking, hey, maybe here we go. And we did.
All right, so without further ado, let's take you back 22 years ago on this field. Nate Payne will take the opening kickoff back, a school record 98 yards. That's what you're going to see next. And they'll be back with the kickoff. And the other team will be 1-1 after tonight as Stratty to kick off for Holmen. Bame on the return for Tomah. Bame to the outside for Tomah. Here goes Nate Bame. Bame inside the 40, the 30. Nate Bame called a Tomah touchdown. And there are no flags on the play. And look at the sideline for the Tomah Indians, Dave, going nuts on a... And welcome back to Empire Stadium, the home of the Holmen Vikings. Greg Hay along with Dave Wagner. Wags Holmen has lost their last 7, going back to last season. Prior to COVID, the COVID season in 2020, they had 10 consecutive winning seasons, more than anybody obviously in the MVC. But again, they've lost to River Falls. They're ranked in the state. They've lost to a very good Alaska team. They're ranked in the state. Lost to Baraboo last week, 27-0. Lost to opener to Chippewa Falls. And we, of course, have played one ranked team, and that is West Salem. But this is a Holmen team, unbelievably, Dave, they have not scored the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, and homecoming. So they're going to be very fired up. And as we talked about, they're they know of Tomah's problems as of late also, and I'm sure they're looking forward to getting on the scoreboard tonight, to say the least.
Yeah, the last 3 games, all losses to River Falls, Anna, and Baraboo, Dave. They've been outscored 107-0. We, on the other hand, 49 game win against Boston, then 14 the next 2 games total, and then 22, barely enough to win at Sparta last week. Tough to win on the road in the MBC, isn't it?
Yeah, it always is. Again, this team, Holmen, comes in probably a little bit ornery in them because they haven't scored in 3 games, and that's just something they're not used to. And I'm sure they're looking at Tomah thinking they're going to get well tonight.
They're allowing it on the season, Dave. They're giving up at 36 points a game. We're giving up at 29, so we could see some points tonight. Well, prior to the game, we flashed back to 2000 when Nate Bame took a school record 98-yard kickoff back for a touchdown. Maybe we'll see it again tonight. We'll see.
We have had 1 kickoff return for a touchdown this year, so it's not impossible.
All right, so it's his homecoming for Holmen.
Back to receive for Tomah.
Tomah's homecoming will be a little bit down the road. Reedsburg 3 games from now. So here we go from Holmen on the Hagen Sports Network. We're in the bleachers tonight, just like the fans, Wags. And a flag right away.
Tried to pull a surprise with the onside kick.
Offsides on Holmen's kickoff team.
They were obviously offsides on
another
the play,
re-kick.
I would think they would kick it away here, but Tomah better be ready.
We were looking for a program when we came in, but
Try it again.
we couldn't get one, could we?
No, they've gone to electronic scan your program, and neither one of us were prepared for that.
So they'll kick off from the 35. And eventually we'll get things going here in Holmen. Pretty good wind blowing right now. Not a bad kick. Eli Brown on the return. Eli near the 35.
Brown with the return, starting the ball on the 34-yard line, I believe.
And Tomah going to work right there. Last week, Dave, 241 yards rushing for Tomah. Jake Ballard, 30 carries, 141 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he really did a nice job.
And a flag on the play.
Yeah, this game not starting out too well here, I don't think, at either side. You would have guessed that's... it could be on defense. It could be on Holmen.
Last week, Tomah was 5 out of 12 on 3rd down and actually 3 out of 5 on 4th down. Although we did turn the ball over 3 times.
Offsides on Holmen.
Good. Wrong way. Better turn around.
Boy, you want to talk about an ugly start. This has been ugly.
The official couldn't even figure it out there. Started marking it off against Tomah, so a little comical, but yeah, this game off to a strange start.
Tomah at their own 40. 1st and 5. Granahan over on that side. Ballard on the run.
Tackle by Blank.
Jake Ballard coming in.
That's a first down for
56 carries for 216 yards. And as we said, 141 came last week in the win at Sparta. That was a game where Tomah threw the ball early and then went to the run, and Sparta had no answer. Tomah out to their own 48 now. Back to the run. First down, Tomah.
Number 4, Bullard with the carry. That's to gain about 1 yard, bringing up 2nd and 9.
9 consecutive wins for Holmen, Dave, against Tomah.
Nice game tackle out there.
We have not beat the Vikings since 2011.
Yeah, I'd like to get that done tonight, wouldn't we?
Gain of 1. 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hesse to throw it. Incomplete. Looking for Vonderay.
Hesse dropped back to the pass.
Tom Hesse on the season, 20 for 48 for 250 yards.
And Bramwell brings up
1 TD pass for Hesse. That was to Alex Boyko. And he has 8 interceptions, does Hesse. Last 13 games for Tomah, Dave, dating back to last season. 24 interceptions for Hesse.
Yeah, that's way too many. Got to get that number down, and Tomah with a big third down early.
Hesse to throw, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Drew Brookman.
After pass ball is incomplete again. Bringing up 4th and 9.
I like to see that.
Game 5 of the season, and Drew yet to touch the end zone.
Yeah, catchable ball there, though. I mean, don't want to say he's pointing fingers, but obviously there was some miscommunication somewhere along the line, but still it goes down as a drop.
Drew Brookman averaging 42 yards a punt on the season. You go back in the archives, Dave, on the 98 team that beat Menominee. We had a punter by the name of Travis Mangine, who averaged 36 yards a punt, but Brookman 42-yard average going into tonight. And that appeared to be with the wind at his back, didn't it?
Yeah, there was a beautiful punt, and he mishandled it and just dropped on it to make sure that no one else was going to get to the football. So Tomah has them kind of backed up here early.
Ringbland is their quarterback. They like to run the football. They've run the same offense year after year after year. It's just a matter of stopping it. Looking to run wide right here. Not much there. Owen Gerke on the tackle. McCoy on the run for Holmen.
Ringbland with a pitch to McCoy for 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8. Tackle by Bresky.
Gain of 1. Ten and a half to go in the first quarter. No score yet. Holmen opening possession. Not much there again. Jake Squires on the stop for Tomah.
2 yards, bringing up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 coming up. And they they get up the line in a hurry, don't they, Dave?
Yeah, and then they're all check their watches. I'm just not really sure. Yeah, they're getting the play at the line of scrimmage and get up there and snap it.
Ben Bland, the quarterback. 3rd and long, and This might be enough for first down. McCoy on the run. Owen Gerke on the tackle. That looks like enough for Holmen first down. It is.
First down, Holmen.
Looked like we had a shot at him, Dave, but McCoy turned it into a first down.
Yeah, got out there in open space, and we did have a good shot at him, and just need to make the play there.
First down, Holmen. 9.5 to go in the first quarter. Started deep in their own territory. They're out to their 27 now. Running straight ahead. Weiss on the run. Baumgartner, last get up for Tomah, along with Cody Quist.
2nd and 7.
Last week, Dave, Mason Downs, 3 quarterback sacks, and they were all huge, weren't they?
Yeah, they really were. Big momentum turner in that game, and I don't know if they'll get 3 opportunities tonight, but yeah, we'll see. He had a great game.
2nd and 6, Holmen. Scoreless here in the first quarter with Tomah. Staying on the ground. Quarterback on the keeper. First down, or close to first down for Holmen.
But the fullback keeper up the middle. Brings up third
and 1, very close to first down. They didn't quite get it. 8.5 to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 1 for Holmen. That'll be a first down.
Rice with a strong run up the middle for another Holmen first down.
Cole Madison, among others, on the tackle for Tomah. So they started deep in their own territory, Dave, but they have slowly moved themselves out of their own 40, haven't they?
Yeah, nothing fancy, I guess, like you say. It's been the classic 3 yards and a cloud of dust offense so far.
Thingblad wants to throw it, looking downfield, got a man open, and it is intercepted by Eli Brown.
Thingblad pass intercepted by Brown. Brown brings it down to the
Eli Brown with the interception.
14-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 14 for Tomah.
4th interception of the season for Tomah. 2nd for Eli. Baumgartner and Brookman had the other interceptions last week at Sparta. Big pick there, Dave.
Great return. Great return as Tomah set up 1st and 10 at the 14.
Baumgartner on the, Ballard on the run.
Ballard with a run to the outside for about 7 yards, brings up 2nd and 3. Keenest with the tackle.
For the record, Wags, that is the opponent's 5th turnover of the season, 5. And we have turned it over 12 times. 8 of those have been interceptions.
Yeah, we just got to punch it in. We got to take advantage of that turnover. Great job of playing the football by Brown. He was kind of playing center field there, and it looked like the receiver was wide open until Brown arrived.
7.5 to go in the first quarter. Jake Ballard on the run again. Inside the 5 goes Jake. So Tomah trying to capitalize on an Eli Brown interception. His 2nd of the season.
1st and goal.
Ball at the Holmen.
Ball for Tomah with the run. And that is a first down for Tomah.
Ball at the 3-yard line.
Tackle by Larson from Holmen. 1st and goal. From about the 3-yard line.
Call to 2. Haven't been too many games this season, Dave. We've scored first, have there?
No, a golden opportunity here, and we have turned it over. Was it against Baraboo a couple times inside the 5? Hope we don't jinx us here, but.
Short of the end zone is Vinderay.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line.
6.5 to go in the first quarter.
Run by Vanderhey.
No score from Holmen. Tomah trying to capitalize on an Eli Brown interception. Second and goal of the Viking 2 for Tomah. And quarterback Tom Hesse. Fumble. Holmen football. Wags, you had to say something, didn't you?
Holmen
was hoping I didn't jinx this, but I guess I did. Unreal.
Well, that looks familiar. We saw that. We saw that
13-yard line.
in the Baraboo game, didn't we? Twice we fumbled inside their 10. 13th turnover of the season for Tomah. And the Vikings catch a break as Tomah cannot capitalize on the Eli Brown interception. They go to work deep in their own territory now. Stand on the ground. McBride on the run for Holmen.
7 yards, brings up 2nd and 3. Madison with the tackle.
You know, you were afraid to say anything, and you just had the feeling, because we've shot ourselves in the foot a lot this year, haven't we?
Yeah, we really have.
Another nice run for Holmen, although there's a flag in the backfield. The whistle might have blown here.
Must have been pre-snap.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Holding on Holmen.
Holding on the play against Holmen.
So Eli Brown's second interception of the season. Tomah cannot capitalize as they fumble inside the Viking 5. Yet if you think back, Dave, to the Baraboo game where we had all kinds of trouble with the snap, that was the night we had a new center, didn't we?
Yeah, and it was
10-yard penalty from the
unfortunate, but a little bit more understandable. This was just got the handoff, and for some reason, just didn't get it tucked away.
So the Holmen Vikings, who have not won a game, have not scored a point the last 3 weeks, get a huge break. As Tomah had a great opportunity to score early here. 2nd and 10. Back to the run. Touchdown, Holmen.
Out there.
So they capitalize on the fumble, don't they, Wags?
Yeah, it just seems to never fail, you know. We got them backed up. They had the penalty to back them up even further, and after the penalty, and
out for the extra point, Hogan
it
Schrader.
breaks off a huge run. And
Holding is Terrace
a couple of
himself.
tackle opportunities on the way.
Extra point is good. 7-0, Holmen leading Tomah. You're watching the Hagen Sports Network.
My name is Heather Loudon. I was officially diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma. Overall, the care that I received at Tomah Health was top-notch.
Here at Tomah Health, we provide IV therapy for patients receiving hydration, blood transfusions, all the way up to complex situations like chemotherapy and biologics.
When you need intravenous care, Tomah Health offers compassionate infusion therapy.
Tomah Health, offering quality care close to home.
All right, Holmen capitalizes on a fumble recovery by Tomah at their own 2-yard line at the Holmen 2. They get the long touchdown run. There's a wind picking up here at Holmen right now. Boyko on the return. Alex Boyko inside the 30 of Holmen goes Boyko.
Davis with a one-scoring touchdown saving tackle.
Alex nearly broke one, didn't he, Wags?
Yeah, he almost had to beat that one guy, but he had the angle there and was able to knock him out of bounds. So, but a great return after they come up with a big play for the touchdown. Tomah has a real good chance to answer here.
Nice run by Boyko all the way inside the Viking 30. Tomah goes to work now, down 7-0. Tom Hesse is going to run with it.
Hesse with a run to the outside brings up a first down for Tomah. Tackle by Bramwell.
First down run for Hesse. But normally doesn't run the ball, does he?
Not normally, but if they put that play in, the RPI, whatever, they could run pass option, you know, and the RPO, and he made the good decision. He's thrown a lot of interceptions. You don't want to take any chances again down here. You got all that territory in front of you, tuck it under, get what you can, and he got plenty for the first down and then some.
Last time Tomah had it, they lost it on a fumble inside at the 2-yard line, and now we're going to get a timeout. Timeout on the field. We'll be back in 30. You're watching the Hagen Sports Network. All right, following the Tomah timeout, Tom Hesse rolls to his right, caught by Drew Brookman for the touchdown. And why is that significant? That is Drew's 17th career touchdown, Dave. He was tied with Cole Franklin. It took 5 games, but Drew Brookman finds the end zone. 17th career touchdown, which is a new school record.
Nice play, and it wasn't well covered at all. Got it just turned upfield. There was really nobody there. So finally got the monkey off his back, so to speak, and hopefully there'll be a lot more to come.
Only the second touchdown pass this season for Hesse. Hesse 5 out of 9 on extra points. And this one is good. So we're tied at 7 on this touchdown pass a moment ago. Hesse to Brookman. Following the Tomah timeout, Tom Hesse rolls to his right. Caught by Drew Brookman for the touchdown. And why is that said? Welcome back to Holmen. Greg Hay along with Dave Wagner, Tom Hesse. His second touchdown pass of the season, the first to Drew Brookman. 4.5 to go, first quarter. We're tied at 7. Vikings get it back. Ranahan down there for Tomah.
First and 10 from the 30-yard line.
And Dave, we certainly need to mention that score for Tomah a moment ago really all started with the Boyko kickoff return, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It put us in great field position, and this time we took advantage of it and tied the game up, so that was a huge answer.
Yeah, Boyko ran it down to their 30, and Tomah kind of took over from there. All right, Holmen goes to work at their own 28 now with 7-7 tie. Not much there.
Give her up the middle to Weiss for a 3-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 7. A whole slew of Tomah tacklers.
Andrew Rooflet on the bottom of the pile for Tomah. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 Holmen. Quarterback keeper. Jaden Brisky on the tackle.
Turnblad with the keeper up the middle. Third and inches.
3rd and inches for Holmen.
Brisky with the tackle.
First down, Holmen. Baumgartner on the tackle.
Holmen, first down.
Weiss on the run. Holmen out their own 45 now. Coming this way. Squires.
Weiss with the run.
Squires and Quist on the tackle for Tomah.
Squires with the tackle for Tomah.
Gain of 1. The exception, Dave, with that long run, we've contained the run pretty well, haven't we?
Yeah, played that one. It looked like the same play as the touchdown, and played it way better and had more hats to the football.
2nd and 8. Back to the run for Holmen. That's what they do. Bruce Raisin on the tackle for Tomah.
McCoy with a run. At about 5 yards. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and 2 for Holmen. That'll be a first down. Baumgartner on the tackle, quarterback on the keeper.
Another first down for Holmen by Turnblad.
Turnblad on the run for the quarterback, first down. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. First down, Holmen. Staying on the ground. McBride that time. Quist on the bottom of the pile along with Raisin.
Run brings up 2nd and 8. A whole bunch of tacklers for Tomah were in on that one.
Gain of 1. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter now. Holmen and Tomah tied at 7. Take a lot of time. Baumgartner on the tackle. Weiss on the run.
Middle for 5 yards. Brings up 3rd and 3. Baumgartner with the
It might have been our final play of the quarter. We'll see. "15 seconds to go in the first quarter and running." Holmen inside the Tomah 40. And that'll be the end of your first quarter. We played a quarter from Holmen, NBC football.
First quarter with your
Tomah and Holmen
Tomah
tied at 7 on the Hagen Sports Network. All right, welcome back to Holmen. Second quarter, Tomah Holmen tied at 7. Vikings looking at 3rd and 3 at the Tomah 36. And that'll be a Holmen first down. Another tackle for Baumgartner. McCoy on the run for Holmen.
First down for Holmen.
Nothing fancy, Dave. We talked about this in the pregame. This is Holmen football. They like to run the ball. They don't pass it often. But they're moving it nicely, aren't they?
Yeah, you stop them for a 2, you stop them for 3, and then they get like that last one, a 10-yard run mixed in.
Quarterback keeper. No, he's going to pitch it out right here. Room to the outside for the touchdown.
That's a Holmen touchdown. Matt McBride. That one broke.
McBride with the touchdown for Holmen. That didn't take long, did it?
No, not a lot of teams have really attacked us on the edge. Weren't really able to. But we haven't defended it very well most of the year, and it looks like Holmen has figured that out.
Extra point. It looks bad from here, but they say good. So the Vikings back on top. You're watching the Hagen Sports Network.
My name is Heather Loudon. I was officially diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma. Overall, the care that I received at Tomah Health was top-notch.
Here at Tomah Health, we provide IV therapy for patients receiving hydration, blood transfusions, all the way up to complex situations like chemotherapy and biologics.
When you need intravenous care, Tomah Health offers compassionate infusion therapy.
Tomah Health, offering quality care close to home.
So Wags, the Holmen Vikings, who had not scored their last 3 games, in losses to River Falls, Onalaska, and Baraboo, had only scored 7 points all season, have 14. And we said in the pregame, they have to come in here feeling this is a winnable game, and it's homecoming. They're playing with a lot of momentum right now, aren't they?
Yep, you erase those defeats from your memory, and every game is anew. You start, and, they've come out looking pretty good.
We're only 30 seconds into the second quarter, so we've got a long way to go in this one. Hit hard as Alex Boyko. So Alex with a nice kickoff return before. They had it snuffed out that time, didn't they?
Yeah, that was very deep. Really good kickoff because he had to start
And
just outside his
Stuffins in
goal
on that as well. Lececki and Stuffins bring him down.
Other games going on tonight in the MVC. Baraboo is at Central. Onalaska is at Logan, and Sparta tonight is at Reedsburg. Next week, Holmen will be at Sparta, and Tomah will be back home to take on Central. Tomah goes to work, down by 7 now, deep in their own territory. Looking to throw, and it's caught. Drew Brookman. Inside the 25 of Holmen.
Johnson with a touchdown scoring tackle. Excellent open field tackle, all by himself.
Nice catch and run by Drew a moment ago.
That brings up first.
Nice pass by Hesse, hit him in stride. Saw a couple passes last week, Dave, at Sparta, where Brookman and Hesse just weren't on the same page, were they? But they were a moment ago.
That's that quick slant, and that's the first time this year that they've connected on it. They've tried it a few other times, but that's what happens when you hit the guy in stride, and he's got speed.
Tomah inside the Holmen 30 now, down 14-7 early in the second quarter. Jake Ballard on the run. Jake Ballard to the end zone.
There is a flag on the play.
Touchdown Tomah, Jake Ballard. But a holding penalty is going to bring this back. I sensed there was a flag, but I didn't see one. And again, Dave, way too much of that for Tomah, isn't there?
It is a spot
Yeah,
foul.
that's also been a problem all year long. Seems like we get caught on the holdings, and when we get a big play, a lot of times they've been brought back on penalties.
It's to be 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line.
So the penalty, take away the Ballard touchdown, and Tomah back up to their own the Holmen 30 now. Looking at second, actually 1st and 20, and we're going to get a timeout. 10:41 to go, first half from Holmen. With a break in the action, here's some businesses bringing you tonight's game. Please thank and patronize them. All right, welcome back. Tomah 1st and long at their own 30. As the Ballard touchdown run comes back on a penalty. Tom Hesse looking downfield, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Drew Brookman.
Hesse's pass all incomplete.
Second and long.
Over the wrong
Coverage
shoulder.
by Matheson.
That pass was over the wrong shoulder. As he puts it out in front, it gives him a a chance to go out and fight for it, but it was obviously behind him.
14-7, Holmen leading Tomah. 10.5 to go in the first half. It's homecoming for Holmen tonight. They led 7-0, then we're tied at 7 on a touchdown pass to Brookman. Hesse going to dump it in the flat to Connor Granahan, and nowhere for Connor to go. Well defended by Holmen.
Yeah, they actually had it set up pretty well, made the connection there, but just wasn't blocked up well enough, and that guy snuck through and dropped him for a loss. So now we're
Larson with an excellent job reading the screen, staying home, bringing down the runner.
Winding down to 10 to go in the first half. 3rd and long for Tomah. After Jake Ballard touchdown run, came back on a penalty. They looked at 1st and long, and they haven't been able to recover. 3rd and close to 20. And now Tomah will take another timeout. Joe Protz uses a timeout.
Hey, don't forget at halftime, we are going to have a whole lot going on.
All right, time on the field. Holmen by 7. We'll be back in 30.
Homecoming court being introduced.
My name is Heather Loudon. I was officially diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma. Overall, the care that I received at Tomah Health was top-notch.
Here at Tomah Health, we provide IV therapy for patients receiving hydration, blood transfusions, all the way up to complex situations like chemotherapy and biologics.
When you need intravenous care, Tomah Health offers compassionate infusion therapy.
Tomah Health, offering quality care close to home.
All right, 3rd down and long for Tomah. 3rd and 18. Tom Hesse, and another flag on the play. Another penalty on Tomah. Jake Ballard has already had a touchdown, come back on a penalty.
Brings it back 5 more yards. That worked so well, let's try that again.
Earlier tonight, Tomah lost a fumble at the 2-yard line of Holmen. So technically, Dave, we've left the potential 14 points on the field, haven't we?
Yep, and we're 13 yards behind where Drew Brookman was tackled on that big play. He was tackled at the 25, and we're almost back to the 40.
Not good. 3rd and long, to say the least. Tom Hesse gonna throw it, and it's way overthrown, looking for Eli Brown.
Overthrown. Coverage out there by...
So you're almost too close to punt. Let's see what Tomah does here.
Brings up 4th and 22.
Got a punt. Yeah.
Scoreboard says 23. So we'll go 4th and 23.
Well, Tomah is going to punt it.
Punt by Hesse.
And it is going to find the end zone.
And that punt goes into the end zone for a touchback.
So after the Ballard touchdown run came back on a penalty, it was all downhill, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. Downhill and backwards.
Tomah 2-2 on the season, 1-1 in the MVC. Holmen looking for the first win. They're 0-4. They beat Tomah the last 9 times these teams have played. Tomah has not won here since 2011. That was the year they won the MVC championship. Not much there for the quarterback that time.
Fullback keeping the ball up the middle. Looks to be for about 4 yards, bringing up 2nd and 6.
Seems like we do a great job. It didn't look like you got hardly anything. It's 4 yards.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm looking at, the yard marker too. 2nd and 6, Holmen. With a 14-7 lead on Tomah. Back to the run with McCoy.
That's a big hole on the right side.
Tackled by Boyko.
Mr. McCoy.
And now they're finding some holes, aren't they?
Holmen first down.
And this is what they do. You need to try to force them to throw the ball. They'd rather not. Just slow and methodically they move it downfield. Another run.
Another 3 to 4 yards.
Tackle by Squires. Yeah, that's just it. They're getting 3-4 yards a pop, aren't they, Dave?
Yeah, all of a sudden they are. It's going to be hard to stop. You got to try to get them for no gain and try to get that backfield, but that's just hard to do.
8 minutes to go in the half. Holmen leading Tomah 14-7. Jaden Brisky on the tackle.
McBride with the first down run.
McBride with the first down run for Holmen.
First down.
And offensively, you just don't have time to get set, do you?
With the tackle.
Right, and that could be a big factor here too. You know, they were taking on those first few drives, all 3 plays to get a first down. Now it's basically 2 plays at a first down.
Tomah's touchdown coming on a pass, Hesse to Brookman. They've had 2 runs for touchdowns as Holmen. They lead 14-7. Quarterback keeper. And another first down. Tackle by...
Excellent read by Mr. Kingblad to keep that ball going off the left side for 7 yards. Bringing up 2nd and 3.
Bruce Raisin on the tackle. Raisin, the sophomore, has been getting a lot of playing time lately. Winding down to 7 to go in the half. Holmen leading 14-7 at the Tomah 48. They're going to give it to McCoy. Another first down for Holmen.
Another
It's not pretty, Dave, but it works, doesn't it?
Depending on what side of the fence you're on. Holmen fans here around us seem to be enjoying it pretty well.
McCoy in motion. And now Thingblad, the quarterback, looks over this way.
Those linemen get set. They should not be able to get back up in their stance. I just don't understand that.
Yeah, they've been doing it though. Just under 7 to go in the half. Homecoming 20-22 for Holmen. And they're on top of Tomah by 7. McCoy again. And again, another 4 or 5 yards from McCoy. Another tackle for Squires.
McCoy with a nice run. 6 yards. Bringing up 2nd and 4. Squires with the tackle again.
2nd and 2. Getting 6-8 yards a pop right now. Make it look easy. Another nice run.
Another Holmen.
Tackle by Cole Madison.
Right up the middle.
Dave, they're making this look too easy, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. We're getting worn down, or
Madison with the tackle. Brings up
they're
1st and 10.
they're just working like a machine right now.
Yeah, they got it going. Well, that's one of their shorter gains in a while.
McBride with the 2-yard gain. Tackle by Bumgardner.
Carter Haback there for Tomah. 5.5 to go in the first half. 14-7. Holmen leading Tomah. It's been all run. They have not thrown the ball tonight, to my knowledge.
Except for the pick.
Yeah, you're right. Big hole up the middle. Weiss on the run. Got a flag at the end of the play. And tack some more yardage on here. See if the call is here.
First collar tackle.
Never did see a signal, but the penalty obviously on Tomah.
First and 10 from the...
Just about 5 minutes to go in the first half from Holmen. 14-7, Vikings on top of Tomah. With the ball at the Tomah 13 now. Straight up the middle.
Weiss with the run up the middle.
McBride on the run.
For 5 yards, brings up 2nd and 5. Couldn't see who was on the tackle for Tomah.
And the MVC's been around for over 30 years. Every time we play Holmen home or away, this is what they bring, and it's not like you haven't seen it before.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just hard to stop. A lot of options there.
Well, there's a nice defensive play. We haven't had one in a while.
McBride with the carry.
That's Baumgartner on the tackle for Tomah.
If you are part of the Holmen Homecoming Committee, the royalty.
Quick second quarter, Dave. Just under 4 to go in the second quarter.
Visitor side, please start
a lot of time.
organizing over there. The royalty.
Yeah, they made up a lot of time on this drive. Again, no negative plays. 0.
Wish I had to roll it down when this drive started because they've had it for a while. At the Tomah 8. Baumgartner there for Tomah.
Again, the homecoming royalty court, please go to the 50-yard line on the visitor side.
Well, there you have a 4th and quite a bit, don't you?
I think they're sending on the field goal team here. Need a miss, obviously.
Now this would be about this would be a 25-yard field goal.
Pretty makeable.
Wind is not a factor. Very little wind right now. And the field goal is good.
A 25-yard field goal by Schneider.
So late in the half, Holmen adds to their lead. You're watching the Hagen Sports Network.
Tomah 7.
Welcome back to Holmen. Greg Hagen along with Dave Wagner. Dave, we were tied at 7. They have run off 10 unanswered points late in the first half. 17-7 Holmen.
Yeah,
and Boyko
back 2 minutes to go here, but Tomah going to score before halftime would be big.
Through the hands and in the end zone of Boyko. And also, Dave, keep in mind, opening possession, we fumbled at their 2-yard line and lost it. And we also have had a Jake Ballard touchdown run come back. So we've had chances.
Yeah, basically
1st and 10,
14
20-yard line
there
for
that
Tomah.
we've left on the field so far.
And again, this is a Holmen team that has not scored a point the last 3 weeks. They only had 7 points all season, and they have 17 tonight against Tomah. And movement on Tomah. Another penalty.
And he gets a snap count.
These are just mistakes, Dave, that should not be happening in week 5.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
False start, Tomah.
Just
5-yard
snap
penalty.
count there. We've already used up all 3 timeouts.
From the Holmen 15-yard line.
Just continues to hurt themselves.
1st and 15. Tom Hesse rolls to his right, and it is caught. Was he in bounds, though? Drew Brookman. They say no. We couldn't tell, obviously.
I don't think he caught it.
There's another flag on the play, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think he caught it. I got a hand on it, but I couldn't bring it in.
But there was a flag. That much we have right.
Against Tomah.
One of their losses has been to River Falls. River Falls is ranked 5th in the state in D2. They lost 54-0 to Onalaska. Onalaska ranked 3rd in the state in D3. Reedsburg, incidentally, Dave, who we'll look at down the road at home, is now ranked 10th in the state in D3. And a very impressive West Salem team who we looked at earlier this season. Number 6 in the state, now in D4. So again, very good football in the area. Little more than 2 minutes to go in the half. Tomah continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Nothing there.
Hand off the board.
And a player down for Holmen. We're going to get a timeout. Just over 2 minutes to go from Holmen. First half. You're watching the Hagen Sports Network.
My name is Heather Loudon. I was officially diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma. Overall, the care that I received at Tomah Health was top-notch.
Here at Tomah Health, we provide IV therapy for patients receiving hydration, blood transfusions, all the way up to complex situations like chemotherapy and biologics.
When you need intravenous care, Tomah Health offers compassionate infusion therapy.
Tomah Health, offering quality care close to home.
All right, Joe Protz. 2nd and 25 at your own 5. What do you do?
Well, we're going to find out, right? Because Holmen's the team hoping to score.
Yeah, Holmen may score again here if we're not careful. Not much there for Jake Ballard. And then we got some shoving going on and flags everywhere. Now, we've seen that with Jake a few times this year, haven't we?
Yeah, he doesn't like to be mishandled, doesn't like to be roughed up.
4 yards. Tackled by Blank.
Tackle's a tackle, but there was a little bit of extra.
There are a few penalty flags on the field.
After he was down, and he took exception to it.
Should be dead ball fouls.
Now, who are they going to call it on?
Both.
Both teams. Good call. That's probably the way it should have been approached. A lot of stuff coming out at halftime here in Holmen tonight. We understand that's obviously homecoming, the band, the dance team. Dave has time to go find the car. We think we know where he parked it.
Apparently it was just on Holmen.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Holmen.
Well, we don't have a chance to look at the tape, but if we did, Dave, Jake initiated the contact, but normally it's the second guy they nail, isn't it?
Yeah, and he deserved it because he really nailed him there. And
brings up 3rd and 7.
By the time all eyes are on the situation after Ballard gets up and gives him a little shove, so then it's hard to get away.
Make some noise here.
Clock running, less than a minute and a half to go in the first half. 17-7 Holmen leading Tomah. Hesse looking downfield, and it is incomplete, and a flag thrown. He's looking for Eli Brown.
Hesse's pass falls incomplete.
That appears to be on Holmen. We'll see.
There is a penalty flag on the field.
We were mentioning earlier in the broadcast, Dave, Mason Downs last week had 3 sacks. And we wondered if that's a school record or not. Want to believe it probably is 3 sacks in a game. Josh Eagleson has the school record for career sacks. Eagleson had 17.5 sacks. And Josh also has the school record for sacks in a season with 12.
Looks to be a passing experience on Holmen.
Which gets me to thinking, Dave, since we haven't talked to the coaches, I wonder if Mason Downs is even playing tonight. We haven't called his number, and that's different.
Yeah, you're right.
Tom Hesse going to dump it off. Jake Ballard on the catch. There's some contact going on, isn't there? Now you see Jake looking for a flag. And Joe Prott says, pick up the pace, boys.
Tackle by Snodgrass.
Haven't seen Joe move that fast in a long time.
5.
Under a minute to go in the half. Tom Hesse looking, throwing, intercepted.
Hesse's pass intercepted by Evan Johnson.
And there were a lot of people around Drew Brookman, weren't there?
Yeah, that would have been a perfect one to lead him. He was behind everybody, but Hesse running on the run just couldn't get enough on it, and just didn't have the range, I guess. So it ended up being an easy interception, but
from the 21-yard line.
with the time running down, didn't have a lot of options.
38 seconds left.
Well, I guess you could say good as a punt. I guess that's one way to look at it. That's the 9th interception of the season, by the way, for Hesse. 9 interceptions. Another flag on the play.
Two guys moving at once, that don't work.
Illegal procedure on Holmen. 5-yard penalty.
You know, even though they are 0-4 coming in, they played some great competition. Certainly a much tougher schedule than Tomah, as they play Chippewa Falls, River Falls, Anna, and Baraboo. We, of course, played Baraboo. But as we said in the pregame, Dave, you just had a feeling, even though they haven't won a game, it would not be easy. And it hasn't been. We just haven't been able to stop the run, have we?
Nope, not since early on. No answer for it.
37 seconds to go in the half. See what Holmen's going to do here with a 10-point lead on Tomah. Back the run. Quarterback on the keeper.
Tangblood with the keeper for about 7 yards.
And we're going to get a timeout, which tells you they're looking for more.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Holmen with the timeout.
Well, let's look ahead the next week. JVs will be at home to take on Holmen on Monday at 5:30. The freshmen will be at Central next Thursday at 5:30. 7th and 8th grade football will kick off next Tuesday. Both the 7th and 8th graders will be at Aquinas. Volleyball next week, Tuesday, home for Aquinas. Thursday, home for Sparta. And then next Friday, Tomah back home for Central. Well, this Holmen team will get to go to Sparta. 30 seconds to go in the half. You would think, Dave, They're looking for something big here. They wouldn't have taken the timeout, would they?
No, you wouldn't think so, for sure. Look for maybe some trickery here, possibly.
Yeah, you wouldn't take a timeout if you're going to run the ball. Well, they do run the ball. Baumgartner with another tackle. Owen Gerke also there for Tomah.
McBride. It's enough for a Holmen first down.
And they pick up a first down with 20 seconds to go in the half. Back to the run again. Kane on the run.
Kingbud with the toss to Kane.
Tackle by Boyko.
About a yard.
And that'll be the end of your first half. Holmen with 10 unanswered points, leading Tomah at halftime. 17-7. You're watching the Hagen Sports Network. Well, Dave, we had about a 20-minute halftime. A lot of stuff going on tonight. Homecoming for Holmen. They lead Tomah 17-7 as we get ready to start the second half. Tomah's only score touchdown pass Hesse to Brookman, which gives Drew the all-time school record for touchdowns in a career now with 17. He was tied with Cole Franklin.
John with an excellent return.
Wags, what's it going to take?
First and 10, Holmen on the 40.
What's it going to take, Wags? We've not won here since 2011. What's it going to take to change that with 24 minutes of football to go?
Well, 10 points doesn't sound like an awful lot, but I'll tell you what it is when you've got a team that runs this offense like they do. Number one, stop them here, get the ball back, and go from there.
Yeah, we've not been able to stop the run. McCoy in motion. There's a nice big hole up the middle. Broke the tackle of Raisin.
Big hole up the middle for White for a first down, Holmen.
And now the thing that's scaring you, Dave, they're getting 6-8 yards a pop right now.
First and 10.
Yeah, picked up where they left off and then some on that run.
Pingblad is their quarterback. This is McCoy. Tackled by Jaden Brisky. Yeah, I don't see Mason Downs out there tonight. Mason, as you mentioned during the broadcast, had 3 sacks last week, which he believes a school record for one game. But obviously, Mason and out there, and he'd make a difference, wouldn't he?
Oh, absolutely would. Did it, one of your leading tacklers, a guy that's pretty tough up there. Probably make his share of tackles.
Second down coming up. On the quarterback keeper.
Great read by
Cole.
Keeping it to the outside for another Holmen.
Roof led on the tackle.
Madison with the tackle brings up first and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Second down, Holmen. Yeah, coming in 2 tonight.
Brings up second and 11, tackled by Swire.
Baumgartner leads the team in total tackles with 37. Downs has 23. Raisin has 22, and Squires with 21. Quist with 19 are top tacklers. Baumgartner has 13 solo tackles to lead Tomah. Baumgartner leads the team in assists with 24.
Great job, offensive line.
Mason Downs, as you said, with 3 sacks. Jaden Brisky has the other sack.
Brings up 34.
And Downs and Raisin. Downs with 3, Raisin with 2 tackles for a loss. Holmen on the move. Quarterback keeper. Holmen, touchdown.
There's a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Going to be on Holmen, I'm guessing. Yep.
Illegal procedure against Holmen.
Dave coming in 2 tonight through 4 games. We were giving it up defensively at 285 yards a game, and you want to believe they might be close to that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Probably approaching it.
Yeah, it seems so. They've had chunks of yardage all night long. Staying on the ground. Another nice play by Jaden Brisky.
McBride with a couple yards to the left side brings up 4th and 7.
3 minutes into the third quarter. We're tied once at 7. Tomah getting a touchdown pass, Hesse to Brookman. Tomah's also lost a fumble at their 2-yard line early in the game and had a Jake Ballard touchdown come back on a penalty. This is going to be their second field goal attempt of the night. Got the length for it. And it looks good, it is.
And that is good by Schneider. 28-yard field goal. Bringing your score home in 20.
Trying to remember a game, Dave. The opponent kicked 2 field goals in the same game. It's been a while. 20-7. Holmen will be back in 30.
My name is Heather Loudon. I was officially diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma. Overall, the care that I received at Tomah Health was top-notch.
Here at Tomah Health, we provide IV therapy for patients receiving hydration, blood transfusions, all the way up to complex situations like chemotherapy and biologics.
When you need intravenous care, Tomah Health offers compassionate infusion therapy.
Tomah Health, offering quality care close to home.
28 to go, third quarter. Welcome back to Holmen. Greg Hay along with Dave Wagner. 13 unanswered Viking points, Dave, since we're tied once at 7.
Yeah, and again, Tomah had 1 touchdown called back that we never got back. So hopefully in this half we can finish drives and try to stay competitive.
Well, we will see. Tomah's just going to let that go in the end zone.
Monster of a kick by Davis. Puts it into the end zone for a touchback.
Jumping back, Dave, to last week's win at Sparta. When Tomah won 22-21 in overtime at Sparta. I said the last time Tomah and Sparta had played an overtime game was 2013 when Tomah won 35-21, 35-31-25 in double OT. And continue that thought in a second here. Tomah down by a score of 20-7, and it's Jake Ballard on the run. And the last 2 weeks, it's pretty much been Jake Ballard running the ball, hasn't it?
But
Yeah,
he
you think
met
back
up
to the
with Wall
Mauston
with the
game,
Holmen
Greg, and,
defense.
Rufelt had a pretty big night, and Vander Hay had some good carries, and it just seemed like the defense didn't know just exactly who was coming, but when you just feed the same guy every time, and I'm not saying, Ballard can't carry the load, but certainly did last week, but when you got a defense keying on you, it's tough.
Yeah, Jake had 30 carries last week for 141 yards in that win at Sparta, and here's Jake Ballard again. Anyhow, Dave, the point I was making, the overtime game at Sparta last week, that was actually the last time Tomah had played an overtime game, so it had been almost 10 years between overtime games, and
hey, it's 3rd and 5, folks.
I thought it had been a while, but so almost 10 years between overtime games, and they were both against Sparta, with the exception the 2013 game was in Tomah, and it was Tomah winning in double OT. 3rd and long coming up from Holmen. And we're going to get a timeout.
Hey, folks, I got the winning 50-50 ticket here. The winning 50-50 ticket. Looks like it's for $300.
Timeout on the field. 7:40 to go, 3rd quarter. 20-7 Holmen. All right, 3rd and long Tomah. Down 20-7 to Holmen here early in quarter 3. Following the timeout. Granahan in motion. Tom Hesse going to dump it out in the flat to Granahan. He's going to be short of the first down, though.
Wow, wide open and nobody out there, and he just couldn't keep his feet. It's been that kind of night.
Complete to Graham.
Yeah.
The first down brings 4th down and 1.
He almost got it. At this point, you go for it. You have no way you don't go for it here.
Exactly. Looks like the punt.
4th and 1. And they're going to punt. Interesting. That's interesting, Dave. Right or wrong, I'm just saying that was interesting.
23-yard line by
it was, yeah, it was a legit yard, but I thought obviously we'd go for it. Needing some momentum, instead we give the ball right back to Holmen.
Yeah, I would have a hard time thinking that we wouldn't have picked that up, but the way the night's been going, you never know, I guess. So they're working with a long field, and we just got to hope somebody mishandles a football, or we can dig that football out on one of these runs.
6:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Holmen has scored 13 unanswered points, leading Tomah 20-7. Looking for their first win of the season. Trying to beat Tomah for the 10th consecutive time. Nice tackle there by Alex Boyko, the sophomore.
By the shoelaces. After a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, you're obviously looking at it now. Mason Downs not out there. So Mason obviously either got hurt in the game last week, or something might have happened this week. Again, Dave, gain of 6. Back to the run. McBride that time. Cody Quist on the bottom of the pile, along with Raisin.
McBride with a couple yards on, brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 at their own 32-yard line for Holmen. Thingblad, the quarterback. McCoy in motion, and then he'll get it himself.
Great read by Thingblad to bring it up the middle. For a Holmen first down.
In the meantime, the clock continues to run. Wags, less than 6 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Holmen, I don't think they've thrown a pass since the one that got picked off.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Yep. A little bit of a high hit there, but no flag. Owen Gerke on the tackle.
Left side brings up 2nd and 9. Gerke with the tackle.
Gain of 1. We haven't said that in a while.
No, we haven't. On that last drive, we did have 1 tackle for loss. So
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I think that was the only one.
Haven't been many. 2nd and 9. McCoy in motion. Then they're going to throw it. Got a man wide open. Tackle by Eli Brown.
Looks to be just short.
So they have thrown 2 passes, one to the other guy and one to our guy.
Brown with the tackle for Tomah.
Holmen out to the wrong 47. Boy, Dave, time of possession and total plays and total yards would be very much in their favor right now, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, by a mile. That last play, that should be in our playbook. I think we actually attempted one little pop pass this year.
Quarterback keeper. Another tackle for Jaden Bresky. Baumgartner is also there.
First down, Holmen. Thingblad with a run for the first down.
Holmen inside the Tomah 45. Just under 4 to go in the third quarter. We were tied once at 7 on a touchdown pass, Hesse to Brookman, but they've scored 13 straight since then. Staying on the ground. Cole Madison on the tackle. McBride on the run.
For McBride. It's a Holmen first down.
Inside the Tomah 30 now. And they give it to McCoy. Another tackle for Bresky. Oren Gerke also there, along with Boyko.
2nd and 8.
Other games going on tonight in the NBC. Baraboo's at Central. Onalaska's at Logan, and Sparta's at Reedsburg. Next week, Holmen will be at Sparta, and Tomah will be back home to take on Central. 3 to go in the third quarter. Big hole up the middle, but he doesn't have the ball. Thingblad does. Touchdown, Holmen.
Extra Holmen touchdown! Thingblad.
So Dave, we are at 50-50 right now. They've scored 4 touchdowns. 2 of the 4, you were able to see the crowd stand up while the touchdown was being scored. And we actually have 2 Holmen touchdowns with no heads in the way. 50-50, that's not bad. Extra point is good.
Extra point by Schneider is good. Bringing your score, Holmen 27, Tomah
20 unanswered Viking points. Lead goes to 20. We'll be back in 30.
51.
My name is Heather Loudon. I was officially diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma. Overall, the care that I received at Tomah Health was top-notch.
Here at Tomah Health, we provide IV therapy for patients receiving hydration, blood transfusions, all the way up to complex situations like chemotherapy and biologics.
When you need intravenous care, Tomah Health offers compassionate infusion therapy.
Tomah Health, offering quality care close to home.
20 unanswered Holmen points, and again, keep in mind, this Holmen team 0-4. The last 3 games against River Falls, Onalaska, and Baraboo, they've been outscored 107-0. They've scored 7 points all season, and it's been party time tonight for homecoming, and again, through the hands of Boyko. It's twice tonight that's happened.
Into the end zone for a touchback by Davis.
I'm going to say it one more time, and I'm going to leave it to the rest. I still think we should have gone out instead of punting a moment ago, and that's it. I'm done.
Well, I agree with you, but of course we're not coaching, but we didn't stop them anyway after a real nice punt. We had them back up around their 20, wherever it was, but they made it look easy.
All right, Tomah down big now, 27-7. Hesse going to throw it. It's caught by Eli Brown. So if nothing else, Dave, we did see a part of history tonight. Drew Brookman with a touchdown pass from Hesse, his first this season, giving Drew his 17th career touchdown at Tomah High School and a brand new record for Drew Brookman.
Yeah, that's still outstanding, and took longer to get it than we thought it would, but I don't think he's done this year.
Well, let's hope not. Tom Hesse throwing it, dropped by Drew Brookman.
Something pass ball incomplete. Boylan on the coverage.
Stick around after the game for the Murray's on Main scoreboard. We'll show you all the other scores from around the MVC tonight. And again, Baraboo's at Central, Onalaska at Logan, and Sparta at Reedsburg. Besides this game here, obviously, Tomah at Holmen. So Wags, Boyko now is a little slow to get up over there. Alex Boyko's down. So Wags, barring something unforeseen, Holmen will beat Tomah for the 10th consecutive time.
There is an injured player on the
field. Probably had a better opportunity tonight than the last several years, that's for sure. But again, just too many mistakes, self-inflicted wounds. Holmen playing very well for sure, but they didn't need our help, and we kind of helped them out a little.
Well, going to make the score 27-7 look a little bit better. Last year, you may recall, they beat us 56-20 in Tomah.
Yeah, I don't think we'd like to approach 20 by the end of this game, but doubt that's going to happen.
And again, opening possession, we lost the fumble at their 2-yard line. Jake Ballard has a long pass looking downfield over the head of Drew Brookman. As I was saying, opening possession, we fumbled at their 2, lost it. And we also had a Jake Ballard touchdown come back on a pen lead. So it could easily be different than 27-7, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could be, and it should have been. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, but again, 4th down, just went for the whole enchilada there, and I don't know. I just feel like we should have stuff in the offense, pick up some first downs.
Well, Drew Brookman came in averaging 42 yards a punt. And he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. looking for
Wilson
Bondere.
on the coverage. Turnover on down. Holmen takes over 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line.
So we don't go for it earlier on 4th and 1, but on 4th and long, we run a fake punt. And the Holmen gets it right back in great shape.
Well, I like it. Just didn't connect. Just let him too much. Probably hit that in practice every time, but in a game situation, you're hepped up a little bit more, and it's been that kind of night for Tomah. If he catches that ball, he's still running.
I agree. 27-7. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. Baumgartner there for Tomah.
By the keeper for
He's been in a lot of tackles tonight.
Now let's give him 3 yards. Brings up 2nd and 7. Baumgartner with the tackle for Tomah.
27-7, Holmen leading Tomah, as they have scored 20 unanswered points since Tomah tied the game a long time ago on a touchdown pass, Hesse to Brookman. Straight up the middle. Still going.
Nice run by White.
Another tackle for Baumgartner.
He was not coming down.
White's on the run. I think right now, Dave, what we're looking at is a wore-down Tomah defense. They've been on the field a lot.
Yeah, wore down and a little demoralized probably as well after that fake punt didn't work. But you gotta tackle the legs, go for the lower half instead of the top half, and you would have had him down.
Minute to go in the third quarter. And another touchdown for Holmen, or is he not in? Guess he's just short as the quarterback.
Played by the keeper to the right side. Looks like he's just short. 2nd and inches.
30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Holmen looking to add to their lead. And they will. Touchdown for Weiss.
Weiss with the touchdown. Schneider in to attempt the extra point.
33-7 Holmen.
And the extra point.
34-7 Holmen.
And that brings
27 unanswered points. Well, Wags, after Drew Brookman caught the touchdown pass from Hesse to tie the game at 7, we thought we might be in for a nail-biter, but they put up 27 unanswered points and have blown this thing wide open, haven't they?
Yeah, they really have.
And again, they had not scored a point their last 3 games. Boyko.
Lecchetti with the coverage and the tackle, along with several other Holmen players. Brings down Boyko at the 18-yard line.
So Tomah's going to go to 1-2 in the MVC.
Tomah will take over 1st and 10 from the 18.
2-3 on the season. And the Vikings will pick up their first MVC win. And also end a 7-game losing streak dating back to last season.
Yeah, so they're taking some frustrations out on Tomah. They're having a lot of fun and just playing football now.
Jake Pillard on the run. Yeah, you go back to those that coming in tonight, Dave. They beat us 9 straight in the MVC. 4 of those wins where they'd scored 50 or more. Twice they'd scored 60 or more. And this you don't need to see. Jake Ballard slowly getting up for Tomah. Boy, what a difference a week makes, huh? Nail biter at Sparta last Friday, and tonight a Holmen team with absolutely nothing to lose, totally dominating Tomah. We're getting a timeout here.
That's the end of the third quarter with your score, Holmen.
3 quarters in the book. 27 unanswered Viking points. Here's a look at some businesses and organizations bringing you tonight's game. Please thank and patronize them. Welcome back to Holmen. Greg Hay along with Dave Wagner. 34-7 Holmen. 27 unanswered points. Tom Hesse to throw it, and it's underthrown. Looking over there for Eli Brown.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Wags, for the record, we have called 2 games this year from the bleachers. 1 at West Salem, 1 here in Holmen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're getting blown out in both. Let's not do this again.
Well, it wasn't by choice. You've been around almost 40 years. You think you could get in the press box, but they said no, but they still accommodated us. Nowhere for Eli Brown to go. We had some heads of Holmen people during touchdowns early in the game, but
the pass from Hesse to Brown is complete. Looks to be 4th and 10. And another punting situation.
We were talking on the way up here, Dave. This community, this area is really growing, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Used to drive up along the river and make good time there, but not anymore.
Well, Drew Brookman's going to punt again. And they're going to go to work in pretty good shape. This is McCoy on the return.
Excellent run back by McCoy. Granahan with the tackle. But on after McCoy gained numerous yards on that return.
Well, this coming Monday, the JVs will host Holmen at 5:30. Thursday, the freshmen will be at Central, 5:30. 7th and 8th grade will begin their season this Tuesday. Both teams will be at Aquinas. Volleyball Tuesday at home against Aquinas, and volleyball Thursday at home against Sparta. Girls golf team will be in action Monday at Viroqua. Another tackle for Jaden Brisky.
Yards brings up, let's make it 8 yards, brings up 2nd and 2. Brisky with the tackle.
Yeah, when it's all said and done, Dave, the total numbers in this game, from a Tomah standpoint, will not be pretty, will they?
Yeah, they'll be as lopsided as the scoreboard, I'm sure.
241 yards rushing last week for Tomah, nothing even close to that tonight. Another tackle for Baumgartner. Well, you need to put it behind you and get ready for Central next Friday at our place, don't you?
First down.
Yep. Just like Holmen, put all the losses behind them and came out and played well tonight. And need a good week of practice and, go in with a positive attitude and see what happens. Central not having a great season themselves so far.
You're absolutely right. They're inside the 30 of Tomah is Holmen. McCoy on the run. Knocked out of bounds by Baumgartner.
McCoy to the right side for 5 yards, brings up 2nd and 5. Baumgartner with the tackle.
So Tomah still 4 games remaining. Central at home next Friday. Then in 2 weeks we're at Logan. 3 weeks from tonight, Reedsburg at home for homecoming. And then we get to wrap it up, Dave. Lucky us at Unalaska. Weiss on the run.
McBride.
Sebastian Wilbanks on the tackle for Tomah. Dave, I hate to say it, we may be looking at running clock shortly, won't we?
Yeah, another score should do it. And I know over the last how many victories in a row by them, a lot of those were running clock games.
Yeah. As we said, 4 of their 9 wins, 9 in a row against Tomah, they scored 50 or more. 60 or more in 2 of the games. Well, there's a mistake right there, a rare mistake for them. And Baumgartner with another tackle for Tomah. Boy, he's had a game, hasn't he?
Yeah, he really has.
Fumble on the play.
Baumgartner highlight reel tonight.
Baumgartner with the tackle.
Seems like every time we've called Baumgartner's name tonight.
I just tried to call somebody and they didn't answer. That's because their cell phone is in the concession.
This is going to be a long field goal attempt here.
In the concession area.
This is going to be a 42-yard field goal attempt. Appears to have the leg. And it's no good.
And that attempt is short.
This wind has been weird tonight. At times it's really blowing pretty well, then at times it's not there, and really hard to tell what direction it's going. 8:05 to go. Tomah down 27 points, 34-7 to Holmen. From a standpoint of looking ahead the next Friday, Dave, you'd like to put a score on something to build on for next week.
Oh, absolutely. There's time here for a nice drive. Try to get some momentum, as you said.
27 unanswered points for Holmen. Connor Granahan on the run.
Granahan with the run.
Again, a reminder, Murray's on main scoreboard coming up right after the game. We'll show you all the other scores in the MVC. And again tonight, besides this one, Baraboo's at Central, Onalaska at Logan, and Sparta tonight is at Reedsburg. Next week, Holmen at Sparta, Tomah back home for Central. Eli Brown on the run. Nowhere for Eli to go.
Ballard with the tackle.
They are just so quick getting the ball, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bringy with the tackle.
Seems like early on, like our first drive, a couple drives, we were running the football fairly well, but once they've gotten the lead, and I don't know if it's a momentum thing or what, but they've really toughened up against the run.
7 minutes to go in the game. 34-7. Holmen leading Tomah. Tom Hesse gonna throw it. And it is caught by Drew Brookman. First down, Tomah.
Hesse's pass to Brookman is complete for a Tomah first down.
Again, in case you're just joining us, Drew Brookman scoring on a touchdown pass from Tom Hesse early in the game. His first touchdown of the season, but more importantly for Drew, 17th career touchdown at Tomah. And that broke the record. He had been tied with Cole Franklin. They each had 16 career touchdown passes. And Drew holds the record by himself now.
Excellent tackle.
And Wags, if you told me when the season began it was going to take 5 games, I'd have taken that bet. But it did.
Yeah. Especially the points we were able to score in that first game against
Rosenau with a great tackle on the outside.
Just weren't able to get Drew in the end zone.
Anyway, that truck out there, Maury is selling tickets for that Trail Boss. All proceeds go back to Holmen. 1 for 10, 4 for 20.
5.5 to go. Second and long. Gonna throw it again. Eli Brown this time. 4 or 5 guys there in a hurry. Look how many guys in the picture. Now Eli says, I need some help getting off the field.
There as well.
Now we saw Jake Ballard earlier in the game, limping around. Now Eli out.
Let's make some noise.
Less than 5 minutes to go from Holmen. We're tied early at 7, but they put up 27 unanswered points and lead by that many. Flag on the play. And Dave, if you're Joe Protz, this might be a tough one to swallow. I think Joe came in here, very honestly, thinking this was a winnable game. So did we, but to Holmen's credit, they pretty much dominated, haven't they?
Oh yeah, they've dominated the game, the scoreboard. Tomah's dominated in the penalties. Another one there, delay a game, I believe. So we've seen a lot of different ones here tonight.
Again, Tomah opening possession, lost a fumble at the 2-yard line of Holmen. Later in the first half, Jake Ballard had a touchdown run, come back on a penalty. So they had chances. Tom Hesse going to throw it again. Little short pass.
Larson with a great job staying home, making that open field tackle. Brings up 4th and 10.
Fourth and 10 coming up. 4 minutes to go in the game. And Drew Brookman's going to punt again.
Hussey back for a punt.
High snap to Drew. And another great punt for Brookman. My goodness. A nice coverage downfield. Maybe there was Alex Boyko down there for Tomah. Bondere was down there.
McCoy fields the punt. Brings up Holmen, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. 18-yard line, my bad.
Well, if nothing else, Drew Brookman probably showcasing his punting ability for some potential college out there.
Yeah, Drew Kurtz certainly could punt in college. I mean, that's a very impressive number. Averaging 42 yards of punt coming in tonight. He hasn't hurt that average. They're just pretty much looking at their JV team right now.
Second and 14.
7-7 tie early. But all Holmen from that point on. Three minutes to go. A lot of new faces out there for Holmen right now. Staying on the ground.
Carried by Kane.
Initial contact there by Owen Gerke.
Yards. Brings up 3rd and 12.
All right, Wags, we're down by 27. Looks like that's the way it's going to wind up. On the way up here, did you see this coming?
No.
I agree with you. I did not see it either. I wasn't sure we'd come out with a W, but I did not see it. I did not see a 27-point difference, but that's what we've seen. Two minutes remaining in the game.
With a 4-yard carry up the middle. Brings up 4th and 6.
4 games remaining after tonight for Tomah.
Habeck with the tackle.
2 at home, 2 away. Central at home, Reedsburg at home, Logan on the road, Anna on the road. Holmen punts, first time that by my memory. And again, stick around for the Murray's on Main scoreboard. It's coming up shortly. We'll show you all the other scores from around the MVC tonight. Baraboo at Central, on Alaska, Logan, Sparta, and Reedsburg. And then we'll look ahead to what's coming up next week.
Tackle by Jean on that play.
I'll say this at Holmen, Dave. Based on the amount of fans here tonight, student body and adults, you would never know they're 0-4, would you?
No, you wouldn't. I know it's homecoming, but I don't believe that has a lot to do with the size of the crowd. They're used to a lot of success here in Holmen on the football field, and they've kind of built. Obviously have had a good following for years, and I don't think that's going to drop off after a couple of losses.
This is going to end a 7-game losing streak for them. Their last win was last season against Sparta. And as we mentioned before COVID hit us in 2020, they had 10 consecutive winning seasons in the MVC. They were that dominant. Bondere on the run. Keaton Bondere.
Come on, let's go, defense!
Vanderhey with the run for a Tomah first down. Brennan with the tackle.
Minute 17 to go. Pretty much looking at their JVs right now, aren't we, Wags?
Yeah. Be nice to stick one in here anyway, I guess. Make it look a little better on the scoreboard.
Tom Hesse on the handoff. Nothing there for Rouflet.
Oswald with the tackle. Brings up second.
Boy, these Holmen fans don't want us to score, do they?
No, they do not. I'm not sure that we will, but I'm not sure how hard we'll try. But again, our starting offense is out there.
30 seconds to go. Time for maybe one or two more plays. Rouflet again.
Lachecki with the tackle. Bringing up a third and 9.
Tomah really doesn't have to run another play, and I don't think they will. So the Holmen Vikings, my friends, are no longer winless. They are 1-4.